Hey guys, Ed from Paranormal Leak, Ohio here, back at it again with another podcast episode. And we are sticking with the curses. And I came across this. I am a huge believer into this. And I cannot believe I've never done an episode of this yet. We are going to talk about the curse of the number 23 enigma. Yes, I drive my wife, my family crazy with this because I find 23 everywhere. And when I do, I make sure that I point it out each and every time I find it. So I'm going to tell you 23 facts about the number 23 that is just going to blow your mind. Number 1, 23 is one of the most commonly cited prime numbers, a number that can only be divided by itself and 1. 23 is the lowest prime number that consists of consecutive digits. Primes have been described as the atoms of mathematics. The building blocks of the world of numbers. An American businessman has put up the US dollar 1 million or 500,000 euro prize for the first mathematician to find a pattern in primes, a problem known as the Riemann hypothesis. The Riemann hypothesis. The number has been, this is the second fact, the number has been the subject of not one but two films. The 1998 German movie 23 and the number 23 starring Jim Carrey, released naturally. Each has a main character obsessed with the number 23. Number 3. John Forbes Nash, the Nobel Prize-winning economist who was the subject of the film A Beautiful Mind starring Russell Crowe, was obsessed with the number 23. It captured prominently in this battle with mental illness. His breakdown began when he claimed that the photograph of Pope John the 23rd on the cover of Life magazine was in fact him. The proof being that 23 was his favorite number. Nash published 23 scientific articles. Number 4. More freaky numerical coincidences. Charles Darwin's Origin of Species was published in 1859. 1 plus 8 plus 5 plus 9 equals 23. 2 divided by 23 equals 0.666. The Hiroshima bomb was dropped at 8:15 a.m. 8 plus 15, yes, equals 23. Number 5. 2030ians are a group of people who subscribe to the mystical power of 23 and see it in multiple combinations throughout daily life. I am not a 2030ian. I don't want to put myself in that group, but I do believe in the number 23, and I do believe it's crazy how you can see the number 23 in so many things. Number 6. The ancient Chinese believed numbers conveyed sexuality, evens for feminine and odds for masculine. They considered prime numbers to be the most masculine, conferring special status on 23, which is made up of 2 consecutive prime numbers, and the only even prime number, 2. Number 7 is the disaster movie Airport. The bomber's seat was number 23. The number of crosses on Calvary at the end of the Monty Python film, The Life of Brian, is 23. In Die Hard with a Vengeance, a train derails in subway station 23. The lead characters in the Coen brothers film The Big Lebowski always use lane 23 at the bowling alley. In the television series Lost, one of the combination of 6 numbers that haunt the characters and they have to input to a computer to avoid an unknown fate is the number 23. And when asked, they asked all these filmmakers and everything that if they knew what they was doing, if they was putting the number 23 in there for just a coincidence thing or for like an Easter egg, they all said no. They had no idea that it ran together like that. Number 8. The terrorist attacks on America on September 11, 2001 have been held up as one of the most pretentious examples of the disturbing power of 23. The figures in the date, 9 plus 11 plus 2 plus 0 plus 0 plus 1, add up to 23. The independent U.S. Commission, which investigated the attacks, found that the date had been chosen randomly by the hijackers and had originally been planned for later in that year. But something derailed that fact, and they went ahead with it on 9/11/2001. Number 9. Few hold 23 in more esteem than the followers of Discordianism, a self-declared religion based on the premise that discord and chaos are the building blocks of life. For Discordianists, 23 is the holy number and a tribute to the goddess Ares, who surveys a world of chaos. The mantra invoked by Discordians for the holy number is invert the pyramid. If you invert the sentence one letter at a time, example, divert the pyramid, invert the pyramid, etc., etc., it takes 22 chants, finished by the line the pyramid inverts, to make, of course, 23. The last line is called the final energy releaser. Discordianism is described by some followers as a joke, disguised as a religion, disguised as a joke. Number 10. The Bible does not let 23 pass without conferring upon it some significance. At least to students of the book, although the Old Testament is unspecific, it is widely held that Adam and Eve had 23 daughters. The 23rd verse of the first chapter of Genesis brings the act of creation to a close, while the 23rd chapter of the book of Genesis deals entirely with death, namely that of Abraham's wife Sarah. The most famous and most quoted of Psalms is the number 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. Number 12. Each parent contributes 23 chromosomes to the start of human life. I'm sorry, this is number 11. Number 11, guys. The nuclei of cells in human bodies have 46 chromosomes, made out of 23 pairs. Egg and sperm cells in humans have 23 chromosomes, which fuse to divide to create an embryo. Number 12. The most detailed account of assassination of Julius Caesar, written by Nicholas of Damascus, claims that numerous enemies stabbed the Roman emperor 23 times. The wounds ranged from superficial to mortal. Number 13. William Shakespeare was born in Stratford-upon-Avon on 23rd of April, 1564. He died 52 years later on his birthday, April 23rd, 1616. Kurt Cobain was born in 1967. He died in 1994. 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 7 equals 23. 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 4, you got it, equals 23. Number 14. The Knights of Templar, the order of soldier monks who eventually fell foul of the Vatican and have become the subject of conspiracy theories about the Holy Grail, had 23 Grand Masters. Number 15. In the science fantasy saga Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Chewbacca sneak into detention block AA-23 to rescue Princess Leia. The rescue attempt is botched, and Leia escapes only by dodging stormtroopers' laser fire. A police robot called 23 is included in Star Wars director George Lucas' first film, THX 1138. Number 16. The first Morse code transmission, What Hath God Wrought, was from the Bible passage Numbers 23:23. Telegraphers code 23 means break the line. Number 17. The birthday paradox mates that a group of 23 randomly selected people is the smallest number where there will be a probability higher than 50% that two people will share the same birthday. Number 18. The author William Burroughs was obsessed with the number 23. While living in Tagiris, he met a Captain Clark who ran a ferry between Spain and Morocco. One day, Clark told Burroughs that he had been doing the route for 23 years without incident. Later that day, the ferry sank, killing the captain. While Burroughs was thinking about the incident, a radio bulletin announced the crash of Flight 23 on the New York-Miami route. The pilot was another Captain Clark. The events prompted the obsession, which saw Burroughs record every occurrence of the number 23 for the rest of his life. Number 19. The disbanded pop act KLF are one of the several musical sources of 23 related lore. The two men behind KLF, Bill Drummond and Jimmy Cauty, were once known as the Justified Ancients of Moi Moi, which has 23 letters and comes from the novels of Robert Anton Wilson, another 23 obsessor. A police car used for the video of the KLF's number one doctrine, the Tradis, had 23 painted on the roof. Their final performance lasted 23 minutes, and they incinerated Elm on a remote Scottish island on 23rd of August 1994. Psychic TV, another cult act, released 23 live albums on the 23rd day of the 23rd consecutive month. Number 20. W is the 23rd letter of the Latin alphabet. It has 2 points down and 3 points up. White supremacists use the number 23 to represent W as a mark of racial superiority. They're also idiots and dumbasses. You should never listen to them. Number 21. 23 Skidoo is an American catchphrase from the early 20th century, meaning to make a sharp exit. It was used as a title of a poem by the occultist Aleister Crowley, another 23 aficionado. But some believe its origins lie in Charles Dickens' Tale of Two Cities, where the old woman counting the daily victims of the guillotine calls 23 as the hero is beheaded in the last chapter. Number 22. The average human physical biorhythm is 23 days. And finally, number 23 is just something I'm going to throw in. The number 23 can be spotted in multiple places. If you're not even thinking about it, you'll happen to start thinking about it. You'll be like, oh man, the number 23, I've seen that movie or whatever. And you're going to see 23 everywhere. Whether it be on a sign, whether it be on a license plate, whether here nor there, the 23 will pop up everywhere. And it's crazy to think about it that way because no other number can do that. And yes, I've heard people say, well, you can do that with multiple numbers. You can say that the number 4 is a cursed number and, people are going to fall into that. And yes, they might. They might fall into that way of thinking. But the number 23, as you've heard in multiple parts of these, has killed a lot of people that was obsessed with the number 23. And the number 23 just keeps popping up everywhere. Like I said, they made 2 movies about it. There's been theorists, there has been scientists, there has been great minds alike around the world that obsessed with the number 23. So I'll leave it up to you guys to think if the number 23 is really a curse, or an enigma, or if it's just some type of our way of thinking that's just crazy, or it's just all a big hoax. So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. I love doing it because, like I said, I'm obsessed with the number 23. I drive everybody crazy with it. It's just a thing. I don't know at all. And if you go online and look up the list of the number 23 facts, there is way more than what I said. Way more. I mean, you'll be reading for hours of all these different things that popped up. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. I love each and every one of you oh so very much. Thank you so much for checking out the episode. And you will hear me again tomorrow night, guys. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.